Well, all right, we are joined by Jim Caldwell, head coach, and coach, your agent presentation said right from the get-go that this was the job you wanted this offseason.
Take a look at and you look at the best fit for you. This one without question was a great fit for me. And I don't think it's by accident that I'm here. I think I'm here for a reason. I think this team is ready and primed. I think the fan base is certainly ready. The city of Detroit is ready, for this team to take off. And able to do here, what Tom has been able to do here, love what the Ford family has done just with the overall leadership of this organization. So,
well, you talked about that. You talked about that pride.
Well, I think the reason is to win championships. That's it. I mean, bottom line in this league, anything that falls short of that is certainly an unsuccessful season. So we want to make certain that we get ourselves in position to do just that.
A day in, really, a couple days in from when it was, that there's already six.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that you have to realize with our game is the fact that I'm interested in it. That's the great thing about it. That's why those of us that are in this are able to, because of the fact there are so many people that have a great interest in this game. And so there are always going to be varied opinions, and I think that's healthy. I think that's healthy for the sport because of the fact that it's interest. And I think there's discussion, all the debate. There's nothing wrong with opinions. And, and sometimes you find that some of the criticism is warranted. We understand what happens, obviously, but we also respect the fact that there are people that have a great interest in what we do.
Now, you won an Indy, you won an talking Super Bowl, been there, one playoff win in the last, couple decades. Is that a culture that is learned of winning, and is that something you teach, a culture of winning here?
Well, one of the things I think it's that you have to understand, winning is a byproduct of they tackle. They do a great job of throwing and catching, and then they also don't beat themselves. They don't over, right, and they don't have a whole lot of penalties. Those are the teams that win consistently. So that's obviously what you want to make sure you focus in on. Focus in on get brilliant basics, and one of my take care of the little things, and the big things will take care of themselves, and that's what we're going to do.
And one of the biggest things on this team is obviously Matthew Stafford. You're a quarterbacks guy yourself with Peyton Manning, Joe Flacco. You said he's on the cusp. What does he have to do? What do you have to do past that cusp?
Well, I think it's a development within. And at this game, it's a very, very game, particularly at that particular position. It's tough, and the game sometimes don't realize just how difficult it is. To be able to make and process a whole lot of information and make real smart, heady decisions in a very short period of time, within a nanosecond. And often what happens is they get a bit more experience. The game continues to evolve and slow down just a little bit more for them to the point that they're in command. And I think he's heading in that direction. And
lastly, Coach, these Lions fans, they've been in the last four coaches, 14 in their tenure here. Why should you be excited about you as the new head coach here in Detroit?
I believe because of the fact a great belief in the fact that they want to get some things done. I think you can see that without question. Their passion for it, their commitment to excellence is there, and I just think they need a little direction. They need to be challenged, and I think you're going to start to see some things really start to develop. And obviously, there's been some things where, maybe the season started out great and then sort of at the beginning and great at the end. That's the key. November, December.
Coach, thanks a lot. 2014.
Thanks a lot.